So my name's Dan Beltran. I just wanted to give a little bit of insight into my allyship journey. And I'll be honest, I feel like I'm just at the starting point. 3 years ago, I joined Big Brothers Big Sisters, and I had the privilege of being matched with this incredible 7-year-old. We started to get to know each other a little bit more. I quickly understood that he was experiencing overt racism at school. I mean, he didn't realize it as such, but he was also going through some things at 7 years old that I have never gone through in my life, nor will I ever have to go through. To be the best big brother mentor that I could be to him, I realized I had to get educated on the realities that he had to face on a daily basis. And that led me to Nehemiah's Black History for a New Day course. And what that course did is kind of walk me through history in a different way than I'd ever been taught in school. And so as I was going through the course, I experienced a range of emotions, from sadness to anger to betrayal of never being taught those things growing up in school. I'll be honest, after the course was over, I went back to my privileged life. I didn't have to act on those emotions. Fast forward a little bit to when Brian Stevenson came out with Just Mercy the book, and then there was a movie made about it. I went to the movie and I actually made a social media post and engaged with Dr. G, and he agreed to have a discussion with me about it. I'll be honest, before I went and talked to him, I again had a range of emotions. I felt ashamed because I hadn't done anything for 2 years after taking his course. I felt overwhelmed because I didn't even know where to start. But more than anything, I had this fear that I was going to say the wrong thing. I didn't even know what to say to Dr. G, but he graciously talked me through some things. And I was kind of trying to figure out my place in the racial justice space, and all of a sudden things happened with Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, among so many others. But what made those three stand out is that they were recorded. They went viral, and the images and the videos really captured my attention, and I couldn't look away. It was at that point where I realized I had to take an action because lives were literally being lost. What that led me to do is reach back out to Dr. G and say, hey, would you be willing to hold this virtual event where we can talk through your reactions, your perspective on what's occurring? I was pleasantly surprised. It ended up being a nationwide discussion. We had a huge, overwhelming support that came to it. And what Dr. G really talked about was the 3 pillars of allyship, which is educate, donate, and affiliate. And I would say as you're going through your journey, you're not going to go through those in any certain sequential order, but if you wanted to start today, I would say donate is the first thing you can do. And I would say do trust-based giving. And what that means is give your money to the Black-led organizations and trust that they will use your money efficiently to solve the biggest problems, because they know how to solve these big issues because they understand the root cause. Second was educate. And I would say this is where you should spend the majority of your time, especially early on in your journey, because you need to understand the historical context of where we've been so you can understand where we're going, but better understand the current state as well. And it's going to help you understand some of the root causes so you can really be a part of the solution. Nehemiah provides great opportunities, learning opportunities, but you can also go to Google, you type it in, and you're going to see webinars, podcasts, books, movies, documentaries, the list goes on. And I would say don't try to find the perfect resource. Just get started with one of them. And then the third pillar was affiliate. And that's really about following Black-led organizations and the leaders of those organizations, making sure that you're building friendships and building relationships with people of the Black community. But I guess I would summarize it in that you just get involved, connect with the organization, find your place to take action, and that's really critical. And I would say this is sometimes where, for me, my white fragility came in because of all of those emotions, the feelings of doubt, but also the privilege that I didn't have to act. And I guess my call to action is that you should really take the responsibility of your privilege to take action, because those in the Black community don't have that option. They have to act to survive on a daily basis. And so what I would say, to sum up the Lean Into Allyship series, which is the event that went from that one event to now 5, and it's just getting started, what I found most refreshing is building relationships both in the Black community, but also with the non-Black would-be allies. I have much deeper conversations on a weekly basis, and I've been so inspired to see the action that everyone has been taking as a result of this. And I would say, look at your resources, your networks, your skills that you have, and find your place to do that. And I've been inspired by seeing people get creative with that. Thank you for listening to my journey.